While standing in the Canadian Parliament, Joe Biden said he applauded China for stepping up.
So today, I applaud China for stepping up. I applaud Canada. You can tell what I'm thinking.
It's okay, Joe. That's an honest mistake. We're all kind of having a little trouble distinguishing between Canada and China these days. Welcome back to the High Impact Flicks channel. Stay tuned because we got some more coming up for you. Today's video is sponsored by Night Watch Pro 4K night vision goggles. With the 3-inch display, you can take photos and video in 4K day or night. With the infrared all-optical system, you'll be able to see and time and date stamp record with absolute clarity in complete darkness. What you're seeing are some of the videos I've taken with mine. It's rechargeable, so you'll never need to buy batteries, and the charge lasts 4 to 5 hours with constant use. It's lightweight and durable, and you can mount it to a tripod. It comes with the night vision goggles, 32 gigabyte SD card, neck strap, a USB cable, and manual. Grab one today at nightwatchpro.com and get 60% off and insured express USPS shipping. The link is in the description and the pinned comment. Kenya President William Ruto gave his people some free financial advice. Ditch the American dollar, he says, because the market will change in a couple weeks.
For the people who work numbers, I am giving you free advice that those of you who are holding dollars, you surely might go into losses. You better do what you must do, because this market is going to be different in a couple of weeks.
French President Emmanuel Macron continues to pledge and deliver large amounts of cash and military hardware to Ukraine, while simultaneously telling his people that they're going to have to continue making sacrifices because, well, there's no money to allow workers to retire at age 62. So he gave himself special constitutional powers, granting himself the ability to raise the retirement age from 62 to 64. Macron argued that the change is necessary to keep France's pension system intact. And that was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. So needless to say, the streets of France are filled with a lot of unhappy people. Donald Trump, continuing to draw massive crowds like this one in Waco, Texas, said our biggest threat are high-level politicians like McConnell, Pelosi, Schumer, Biden, the Justice Department, and he says they're all poisoning our country.
They're great for Canada, but horrible, horrible deals for our country. But the destruction of the rule of law is a tremendous threat to Western civilization. And I was asked the other day, and I took a little heat for it. They said, who's our biggest threat? Is it China, sir? Is it Russia? I said, no, our biggest threat are high-level politicians that work in the United States government, like Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, Schumer, Biden, Justice Department, because that's poisoning our country. I can do things with China. I made the greatest trade deal in history with China. I don't even talk about it because sometime after that, fairly shortly, what happened with COVID, it was like I didn't want to talk about a trade deal because no trade deal you make is going to ever, $50 trillion worldwide, think of it, trillion. $50 trillion is the damage done. China doesn't have anywhere near that money. Nobody has anywhere near that money. The damage they did, so I don't talk about it. But I had a great relationship with China. We put massive tariffs. We took hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars out of China. No other president took anything out of China, not 10 cents. But the only way to stop these arsonists, and that's what they are, is arsonists. I really do believe, and they'll go right and say, oh, Trump likes China more than he likes crazy Nancy Pelosi. But in many ways, these sick people are more of a threat because we can deal with China. I was beating China so badly, nobody's ever seen. We were lapping them. And then COVID came in. We had to go back. We did a great job. And when we unfortunately had to give up what we were doing. Very sad day for everybody in this audience, and for, frankly, most of them. We were doing so well, but the stock market was actually higher than it was just days before COVID was something that nobody ever saw came into our country. So we really rebuilt it twice. But if you go back to those earlier days, which wasn't that long ago, we had a country the likes of which nobody has ever done before. And China wasn't a threat. China was actually in deep trouble because we had all the power. We had this economic power that was used very judiciously, but we were winning, and we were winning big. The problem isn't China. The problem is stupid people that have to deal with China. That's the problem, and that's what we have. And I watched Joe Biden yesterday in the halls of Parliament, Canadian Parliament, this beautiful Parliament, and there's Trudeau with his beautiful wife, and they're sitting there laughing and laughing. They think it's so great because they pulled the wool over his eyes. The deals they made for that guy, I would never have made those deals.
Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene slammed Mitch McConnell for helping Biden pass his agenda, and she considers McConnell a Democrat, not a Republican.
But really, it's their fault. Nancy Pelosi, she's the one that kicked the can down the road. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Mitch McConnell, and I consider him a Democrat. Yeah. He is not a Republican, by the way. Mitch McConnell has helped Joe Biden pass his agenda more than anybody. That's Mitch McConnell. He needs to go right away.
CNN, and we always listen to CNN because they would never lie to us, race bait, or lead us into an empire-building war. CNN has come up with a new way of labeling white people as racist. They say if you're white and you've posted a GIF or meme of a black person to express a strong emotion, you may be guilty of wearing digital blackface. They say maybe you shared that viral video of Kimberly Sweet Brown Wilkins telling a reporter after narrowly escaping an apartment fire, "Ain't nobody got time for that." Perhaps you posted that meme of supermodel Tyra Banks exploding in anger on America's Next Top Model. "I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you." Or maybe you've simply posted popular GIFs such as one of NBA great Michael Jordan crying, or of drag queen RuPaul declaring, "Girl." If you're black and you've shared such images online, you get a pass. But if you're white, you may have inadvertently perpetuated one of the most insidious forms of contemporary racism. You might be wearing digital blackface. What is digital blackface, CNN asks? Digital blackface is a practice where white people co-opt online expressions of black imagery, slang, catchphrases, or culture to convey comic relief or express emotions. These expressions, what one commentator calls racialized reactions, are mainstays in Twitter feeds, TikTok videos, and Instagram reels, and are among the most popular internet memes. Digital blackface involves white people play acting at being black, says Lauren Michelle Jackson, an author and cultural critic, in an essay for Teen Vogue. Jackson says the internet thrives on white people laughing at exaggerated displays of blackness, reflecting a tendency among some to see black people as a walking hyperbole. If you're still not sure on how to define digital blackface, Jackson offers a guide. She says it includes displays of emotion stereotyped as excessive, so happy, so sassy, so ghetto, so loud. Our dial is on 10 all the time. Rarely are black characters afforded subtle traits or feelings. Many white people choose images of black people when it comes to expressing exaggerated emotions on social media, a burden that black people didn't ask for. So why is digital blackface wrong? CNN asks. Some people say posting a video of Sweet Brown saying, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire," is just for laughs. Why overthink it? Why give people yet another excuse for labeling white people racist for the most innocuous behaviors? Which is a great question. But critics say digital blackface is wrong because it's a modern day repackaging of minstrel shows. a racist form of entertainment popular in the 19th century. That's when white actors, faces darkened with burnt cork, entertained audiences by playing black characters as bumbling, happy-go-lucky simpletons. That practice continued in the 20th century on hit radio shows such as Amos and Andy. So just like that, out of thin air, the Communist News Network concocted a brand new way to label white people as racist for sharing memes of black people. And the bad part about this is that crap like this tends to seep its way into the collective consciousness of lemmings, and eventually people will believe it's racist because that's the way they've been programmed. And they'll have no clue as to where they got that idea from. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and share this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell notification icon. If you want to support this demonetized, heavily censored channel, the links are in the description, and you can also grab a hard-hitting conversation-starting design that you can put on any shirt, hoodie, mug, cell phone case, whatever you want. I will see you in the next video. While we have time and it still retains some of its perceived value, maybe it'd be a good idea to convert your worthless fiat into valuable, storable food. Don't be the one who waits till the food riots start happening. You don't want to be fighting panicking people in the store over that last jar of peanut butter. At Prepare with High Impact Flicks, you can get up to 3 air and watertight gasket sealed ammo cans, each filled with a 4-week emergency supply. 7 food varieties, 2,000 calories a day, 284 servings, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and each meal comes in a resealable, heavy-duty 4-layered pouch. And it's got a 25-year shelf life. Every order of a 4-week supply gets you $100 off plus free shipping. Here's how simple it is to make. I'm going to cook up some Granny's home-style potato soup. People are going to think I'm a culinary hero. You open the pouch, boil 4.5 cups of water, stir the contents, simmer on low heat for 15 to 20 minutes, take it off the heat, then let it set for 2 to 3 minutes before you serve it up.
Man, this stuff's so good. People are going to think Granny stopped by and filled your kitchen with a whole bunch of love.
Well, if Granny does stop by, she's going to fill your behind with a whole bunch of buckshot if you keep talking with your mouth full. Wipe your dang beard off. It's embarrassing. So maybe convert some of your worthless fiat into valuable food while you still can. Order now and get $100 off of up to 3 4-week emergency food supplies at preparewithhighimpactflix.com. The link is in the description.